or die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Hi YouTube, hi everybody. It's Francis, back with a new video. In this video series we're gonna build a steampunk/dieselpunk style cloak that could have come out of an alternative universe. So I bought this glass display piece that we will build our contraption within. My big vision for the end result is that this should look like a giant vacuum tube that holds 4 digits and everything that is needed to power these digits within this glass envelope, and it will look like very steampunky. To hold things stable in this glass tube, I designed and 3D printed these 2 brackets, and I've bought this metallic colored acrylic paint to paint everything. Cause you know, too much plastic would ruin the image. So, let's open up this bad boy. The smell of fresh paint. Okay, let's get on with painting these 2 pieces and let's see what's gonna happen from there. It's time to drill some wood mite and secure the base piece to the wood cover. I bought this short self-tapping wood screw for the job. It can hold everything just fine. So just let's eyeball this base piece to the middle of the wood. It doesn't have to be perfect at all, we are aiming for a post-apocalyptic dieselpunk kind of style. And anyways, I do want to leave a little bit of extra space behind the base piece compared to the front, cause that's where I'll design a box to hold the input wires and the RTCM. So let's just measure it roughly, and yeah, a little bit in the front or in the back. Leave a little space for the glass envelope because it will conflict with some parts. Let's just have a rough estimate on how big the thing is. Just a couple of numbers for directions. From this angle, let's see how it does. It's kinda the middle from this side, but I don't want to put this into the middle, as you know. Okay, it's enough. We can start applying a little bit of super glue. I really trust this glue. It's strong as heck. But I can't have enough trust in any glue to not use some bolts to bolt it down, because I want this cloak to live forever. And you know, when these screws say goodbye to the cruel world, this whole thing will disappear anyways, so this is a good choice for securing it forever. Okay, we have to change drill bits, cause I'll have to drill 4 holes into this top piece, where our digits will pass through. I'm thinking of something like this. I get it closer to you. If you can see around this width. And I'm gonna need 4 equally spaced holes. But I got myself covered with this because I printed little dots on the bottom of this piece, so we can see where the holes will be. Okay, enough talk, Francis. You can start drilling now and progressing. Okay, now we have the holes drilled and the top is ready for assembling the segments. I bought this pack of red LED diodes. You cannot see it on the screen because it's too bright and my camera is a piece of junk, but initially I thought that I will use neon bulbs, but it's very hard to make controlled 90-70 volts from like 10 volt and keep the brightness equal along all the 4 digits or the 4 digits and 7 segments per digit. So I'm stuck with LED diodes for this project. But I will reevaluate the whole project in a later episode, so stay tuned and like and subscribe if you haven't done it already. I'll share all the trials and errors I had to go through this project and all the constraints in a bonus episode, like a post-mortem. Yeah, I have these 2 segments done already. I bent this copper wire into the shape of this 7-segment base and I solder the LEDs on, so I will have like a 7-segment-ish kinda assembly. So this is how one of these look like at the moment. Don't worry, I will clean it up and it will be very nice in the end result. And I've also designed and 3D printed this tray to the top, which will hold the whole top assembly. Something like this, yeah. And this is destined to hold a reflector in the groove in the back and a whole super assembly that will come on top of this. So let's paint it first, because I want this to look metal as well. Let's get the good old metal paint. And I'm very happy with this paint. It looks very nice in person. It's like real metal. Maybe on camera it does not show, but it truly is good. And bonus, it dries very quickly. Like in 10 minutes it's dry and I can touch it, so very quick. So this tray will come on top of the top assembly and it will be held there by the glue that you already know and some screws that I will drill to the corners. So let's start gluing. The trusty old super glue. I can recommend it to anybody because this is very strong. This is not sponsored, but I am very happy with how this glue works. I'm very disappointed with any kind of glue, but this works for me. Now the tray and the top segment is bonded with glue and also the screws are in place. And I also 3D printed these little rectangular holders that will secure the 2 halves of the top and the bottom segment together. Yeah, I wrap this metal wire around the pillars below the holders so it will hold them in place at the right height, and it's secured with glue as well, so it shouldn't move and should hold the two pieces together. One thing left is to firmly secure this top part with the tray onto the bottom part. I will use glue for this, and maybe let's see if we can put some screws or something to secure it even stronger. Yeah, for authenticity, I found these 2.7 kilo ohm Russian, I don't know the model, it's ME17 or something, resistors. So I will use them for the common grounds of the 7 segments because they are so authentic and they will fit into this build right in. And that should hold the segments in place where I fit them through these holes, and there will be a copper wire which will secure them so they don't move around. So the 7 segment digits are wired up, at least with the common ground. Next step is that we wire up the whole system, but just a quick test before we do anything else. Let's see, fire up one segment with 5 volts. Clear? 5 volts to the patient. Okay, it looks alright. This one lights up. This one as well. Previously we wired up everything to the common ground, but now I'm gonna wire up all the positive leads, and this is gonna take a lot of time, so stay tuned. Alright, I've wired up 2 digits, so 2 more to go. and it took like a hell of a lot of time, but it's alright, we can get on with it. One thing we have to do after wiring up everything, I want to paint all these wires because they look very colorful, yes, but it's not authentic to the feel I like to achieve, so metallic paint it is. Finally, after a long time, I've wired up all the 4 digits, and now it's just testing all of the 28 segments to see that all of them works just as I intended to, but it looks fine. So far so good, yeah. So the last step remaining from the wiring process is to paint all these wires to silver, metallic if you will, to make it look even nicer. But I'm starting to like how it turned out. It looks very cyberpunkish, if you will. So this is another 3D print I had, and this is called a superstructure, which will protect the digits and give some shade, because it will have a backplane which will I don't need these legs anyway, because I just printed it if I will use it for something else, but I don't need it. So yeah, back to the superstructure. So it will provide a shade, and of course it will look like a vacuum tube, so it will be very nice, you will see it. So that should hold it there. I had to use some Loctite super glue because it dries very quickly and hold it very firmly. And later on I will use some wire too to bond the things together because I never trust glues. But it looks alright. And we have to prepare the backdrop, which will be the soda can aluminium piece, which I will paint on the other side because it's red because of the soda label. But yeah, it will be nice, it will be nice. The hole on the top is where I will insert a glass tube which will hold a hours minutes digit separator, so it will look like very retro, and of course adds a little bit of depth to it. Alright bros, it's time to prepare the backdrop, so this soda can piece will be the backdrop. First I have to paint the right side to metallic. But even before that, I have to try it on because I have to notice the sizes fitting. In horizontal dimension it should, because I measured it and you saw me cut it perfectly, but we have to know if the ends of it, if you will, can reach through the pillars. So we have to have some surface to apply the glue on, and that should be it. Whoa, look at that, it looks pretty metallic, innit? The main thing that it does the job, so thumbs up. And apply some more glue to the bottom because I don't trust any glue, so 2 kinds of glue should do the job and hold it there forever. Looking nice, what can I say? It's better than I hoped for. One more thing I need is the wire mesh in the front, so it will be like true Nixie style, at least at the extent of what a LED 7-segment display clock could be called Nixie style. But at least it looks steampunky and it's retro, so I'm fine with it. Maybe if you want to see me build a true Nixie style clock, let me know in the comments. Maybe in a future episode I will spend the money to buy the real deal, but for this episode I didn't want to spend a couple of $100 on the tubes and the buck converter and all the things that come with it. That would really make my wallet lighter. But who knows, later we might have a true Nixie style clock, because I have one in mind for a very long time, but you know, the price and the delivery to my country, it's let's just say pretty steep. So now glue this on and we are done with the mechanical part of the build, and the next episode will be the electrical part. So this concludes the whole mechanical build of the clock. And in the next episode, we will build the whole electrical system, and at the end of that episode you will see it working finally. So stay tuned, please subscribe, that would help this channel hugely, so I would appreciate it a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, you can let me know by hitting the like button or leaving a comment. So, this concludes this episode. Have a very wonderful day. Francis signs off.